Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, freaking Jean Grey, I swear, she's just so hard to beat. Okay. Whew. Oh, you guys, my fans. Hey, guys, what's going on? It's Col Walter here. I'm not Spider-Man. I just had the mask because I was doing it for this video because we're going to review my recent, the recent movie about Spider-Man. That's what it's about. It's about Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man, specifically Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's right. That was definitely not a documentary. That was 100% a fictional work, people. None of that was real or based off of anything that I did whatsoever. I'm definitely not Spider-Man. My name is not Peter Parker, and this whole Col Walter thing is not secret identity, whatever. Okay, guys, let's get in this movie review for Brand New Day. Let's go, guys! What's going on, guys? It's Col Walter here. Sorry for that random introduction, but you know, sometimes not everything goes out to plan. That was definitely a part of the video and not at all a, shall we say, revealing of anything important. Brand New Day is completely fictitious. It's not real or anything like that, okay? Spider-Man doesn't actually exist, okay? Got it? Right. Okay, guys, cool. Speaking of Spider-Man, hope you like my Daily Bugle shirt. It's got a really cool, Spider-Man stuff in the back. It's got a news article. My brother and his wife gave this to me. Much appreciated. And not Floyd Sampson, but the other brother, but that's beside the point. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about Brand New Day. Now, this is my second time doing a movie review. I've seen 4 movies over in theaters this summer. Well, actually, 5. Mandalorian and Grogu was the first one I saw. Then I ended up seeing, Disclosure Day, Moana, the live action, and Toy Story 5, and now Brand New Day. And I don't think I'm going to do one for Mandalorian and Grogu because I saw that one long ago and it just wasn't... I liked the movie. It was a great movie. I wasn't really, whatever. And then it doesn't seem interesting to me, and it's been so long. It's been a couple months now. But Moana and not Brand New Day, Disclosure Day are still fresh in my mind. And I want to get to them as soon as I can, but it's going to be difficult, so I may have to wait for a little bit. The longer you wait to do a movie review, the longer you forget what happened in the movie, especially if you've only seen it like once. So when I'm watching a movie, I'm trying to think of obviously I'm trying to enjoy it, but also I'm trying to think, okay, if I can make a movie review about this, what am I going to say, So that's, whatever. But guys, I just watched Brand New Day last night at the time of making this video, and let me tell you guys, I have nothing but good things to say about it. I mean, I might poke a thing here and there, but it was just so incredible. I really enjoyed watching this movie. And I went in not really knowing what to think because, for context, I'm a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan, okay? If you don't like Tobey, totally cool, I get it. I think the first 3 Tobey films are amazing. I love this first Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. And the second one is definitely the worst movie I've ever seen. Next, maybe Rise of Skywalker and Amazing Spider-Man 2 are the 2 worst films I've ever watched. I don't have anything against Andrew Garfield as a Spider-Man personally. I just think the writing of that... I like him in the first one a lot. But I think the writing of that second one is just not where it should be. Now, if he had if they had made 3 Spider-Mans or whatever, and he had a more stronger second one, I might like him as much as I like Tobey. But Tobey, to me, was the first live-action Spider-Man I saw, and it was just it was a special thing for me, all 3 of them. The third one's my favorite. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I love the Sam Raimi ones. They're so good, all 3 of them, and Tobey Maguire does a great job. James Franco as Harry, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Kirsten Dunst as MJ. Just really good casting. I love those movies. Not everyone does. Not everyone likes it. Not everyone thinks Topher Grace is a great Venom. I think he's a good Venom. I think there could have been more of Venom in Spider-Man 3, but whenever I watch it, I don't really complain. I think it's pretty perfect as is. My standards aren't that high for a movie. Just make a good movie, and I like it. If it's a bad movie, I'm not going to like it. It's that simple. And, of course, Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield is great. And I only started watching the Tom Holland Spider-Mans within the last year or so. I've seen a lot of MCU films. I haven't seen all the MCU films and shows, but I've seen everything. And I first saw him in Civil War a couple years ago. I kind of started watching those movies late, guys. I'm only 17. I waited for my brothers to show me movies, and so we get to them slowly because we have so many movies to watch. But I loved Tom Holland in Civil War as Spider-Man, and then I saw Homecoming, Homecoming Far From Home and No Way Home. Great trilogy. I like all of them. Far From Home is great. No Way Home is definitely my favorite because it's got Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and it's got all the cool callbacks and stuff. But they're both great. Zendaya's a great actress. She's really pretty, beautiful. And Tom Holland's a good-looking guy too, and he's jacked. Oh my gosh. But that's whatever. But guys, so Brand New Day. Let's talk about it. So I think that Brand New Day is probably the best MCU film to come out. Maybe since No Way Home. I think No Way Home, because No Way Home was after Endgame, so probably since No Way Home. Maybe even be better than No Way Home to me at certain points. I think I like No Way Home just because of Tobey and all that cool stuff in there. But I definitely think Brand New Day was great. And here's why. I like his suit. I don't think it's as good as everybody else says it is. Like, everyone's like, this is the best suit ever. I think it's okay. I don't think it's like necessarily, I think it's good. I don't think it's perfect. I think Tobey is my favorite. And then actually, Kobe's is my favorite technically, but Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit is my favorite. Yeah, so I like the suit. I think it's good. What I really like about this movie is there's a lot of Peter Parker in this film. And it's kind of like, it's like Spider-Man 2, but kind of on a reverse level, whereas Spider-Man 2 is Peter struggling with being Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He's starting to give up the Spider-Man stuff to become Peter Parker. This one's reverse. Peter Parker is struggling with being Spider-Man, so he's trying to give up his Peter Parker to become more Spider-Man. I love the scene where he's fighting the hand, right? The hand. And I wouldn't say the Foot Clan, but that's from TMNT. He's fighting the hand, and they're like, she's like, Jean Grey is, well, he's fighting Jean Grey infiltrating the hand. Spoiler alert, by the way, guys. And she's infiltrated their minds, and they're fighting each other. And he is like, she's like, are you Peter Parker or are you Spider-Man? And his eyes go black, and he's like, I'm both. And I was like, that's epic. But yeah, I like this movie. I like this. The cinematography is beautiful. The music is great. Michael Giacchino, one of my favorite composers, did a great job with the score. The soundtrack is cool. There's a Tame Impala track on there. Really, really nice. I remember there, so obviously the movie we got, I'm not going to go through everything in the movie, like the whole like plot for plot. But the movie, I just had a really good feeling to it. Like, as far as like, in the end, like everything's okay. But I also like how it also, you kind of feel for Peter, and you're kind of sad, and that's how it should be, because Peter Parker's character, the cool thing about Spider-Man is that he's kind of down on his luck and never really gets what he wants. And Tom Holland's Peter at the end of No Way Home, when everyone has to forget him, is one of the hardest things to happen to anybody ever. And for him to be in love with MJ and have all these memories of his best friend Ned Leeds, I was just like, wow, like that's so, like it's so emotional. And it's really good. I really enjoyed just seeing that. And I remember the scene where he meets, because obviously Jean Grey is the main villain of the movie, and she's trying to get her sister back, who's already been killed by damage control. And Jean Grey is like infiltrating people's minds. I thought it was so cool to have different random citizens talking to Peter and like making fun of him and like baiting him and all this stuff, and him trying to save MJ. And then he gets and Jean Grey gets in MJ's mind. And because the minute she like literally, like, I hate to be like I was like, I knew it was coming the whole time, but when she's like, I know who Peter is or whatever, like, or I know who you are, you're Spider-Man, like whatever, and they kissed, I knew it wasn't her. To my brother Floyd, I was like, that's not her. That's Jean Grey in her mind. And so, of course, I think the scene later on, but like the Punisher, great part of the movie. Really love the Punisher, great character. Brock Rumlow from other Avengers movies like Winter Soldier and Civil War would have been a really good Punisher cast. Like, I think Brock Rumlow would have made a good Punisher because he's got the look for it. But I like the guy they got to play him in this movie, and I like his character, and he's great. Apparently he was introduced in a TV show that I didn't know about, so that's cool. But yeah, so I like him. I like how he takes care of Peter and MJ. I like how he cries at Peter and how like he's got his back and everything. It's really cool to see their relationship. I love their friendship. But I like the scene where like they're together. They're in Rumlow's thing or whatever, and of course Peter comes back after fighting Jean Grey, and he fights her in the thing. And him and Punisher, they fight Jean Grey and Hulk. That's right. And Hulk was a great addition too. I love when he goes, no banner, only Hulk. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, such a good. We got to see him transform on screen. Really good job with Bruce Banner. His it wasn't really a cameo. It was like an important part of the story, and it did a really good job. I loved their fight and everything. I love how sad he is. Like, Bruce Banner was like, I don't want to hurt anybody. Like, obviously that's how he always has been. And then Hulk like just does not care because he's Hulk. But seeing him soften up when he's like, it's me, I'm Peter, and he's like, oh man, but that's really cool. But the scene where he comes back from that and MJ reads the letter and she's like, why didn't you tell me this? And Peter's like, I wanted to protect you. And it's so emotional. And when she tells him that she doesn't love him, it's like the most realistic thing ever, because of course she wouldn't love him. She doesn't know who he is. and it's so sad. And then of course he goes back and hangs out with Ned and them and her at the apartment, and it's great. And I love the ending when Ned. I wasn't expecting it, because he walks up to Ned and he's like, "You're the guy from the party." He's like, "Yeah," and he does they do the handshake and whatever, and then he goes, "Peter," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "That's so cool!" Like, he remembered him, like, because Zendaya, MJ, she doesn't, and Ned Leeds does, and so I was just like, "Wow, like that's cool that he at least kind of had like that jogged memory." So very interesting for sure. I was like, surprised in the end when MJ didn't get back with Peter and nothing happened there. I like how they're gonna probably continue that, and of course the post-credit scene, which everyone says is lame, and I'm like, guys, it's a post-credit scene. Post-credit scenes aren't supposed to be cool. They're just supposed to be there. Like, if you stay for the credits, you're supposed to see something cool, and it shows the other Peter being located, or the signal being located on a different thing, and make that what you will. I can't really spoil anything here, which I've already have. If you're watching this though, you should know to expect spoilers. I'm gonna spoil the movie. I'm gonna review it. But I loved Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. She's very pretty, and she's a very good job of playing that role. Super good. Like I said, Punisher, really cool character. Everything just went really cool in the movie, and it felt very Columbo-y to me. I'm a big fan of Columbo. It's a detective show. I like how Spider-Man had to go around, sometimes it's Peter Parker, sometimes it's Spider-Man doing some detective work, and it was really cool to see him going in like different places and like working on stuff and trying to figure stuff out. The inhibitor chip, very cool that he tries to control his his spider genes, because the spider is becoming more in him. I like how there's not an explanation for that either. Like, they don't really explain why that's happening. They just say that it is. And but like, I like it's an interesting thing. Like, his eyes turning black and stuff is really, really cool. Props to whoever thought of that idea. Or, I mean, it's comics. It's very comic accurate, which is cool. And I get a little like, because I'm not a big comic book guy. I'm just not. Like, I like them, but I don't read them a lot. And so I don't understand when people get mad if something's not accurate to the comics or is accurate to the comics. Like, if it's like, oh, well, if it's like, I don't like that. Well, it's accurate to the comics. Doesn't mean that it's a good idea, and vice versa. Like, oh, I don't like, I like that. And then it's like, oh, well, it's not accurate to the comics. Well, I don't care. It's still cool. Like, it's not really, like, I don't go to see MCU films to look for a comic adaptation. I just don't. And you're probably gonna be like, oh, you're not a real fan then. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I just look for a good movie that's cool. And that is accurate to what they've already created. So I don't like Thor Ragnarok a whole lot, because I think Thor is a very different character in that movie. I think they kind of dumbed him down a little bit, which I understand, but I don't like it for that reason. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, if you have an established baseline of how a character's going to act, I think they should always act that way. But, whatever. It's okay. It's a good movie still. I like Thor Ragnarok, and MCU's had some really good films. Had a couple bad ones, couple doozies, but I liked this one, and I'm excited to see what more they go with when Doomsday comes out. And you can bet I'll be back to react to Doomsday, or review Doomsday. If you guys have any tips on reviews, let me know, because I'm not really structured with these. Like, album reviews, I write notes, which when I do more album reviews, I will be doing more of those, by the way. I'll do more notes and stuff. With this one, I'm just kind of like, I just kind of go through it as I think about it. There's a lot of scenes that I could go into detail on, probably, if I like really jog my memory, but I just saw it last night, so it's fresh, and I'm just trying to like get out what I can. But yeah, I would say this is a great movie. Honestly, I want to say like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. I'm not really sure if I think it's perfect, or if the ending was a little interesting to me. It felt kind of off. I felt like they kind of didn't explain anything, which I get it. I said I like how they didn't do that, but also it just kind of ended, like, to me at least, it just felt a little fast. So I don't know. I think I would say 9 out of 10, because I think there could have been a little bit more stuff that they added in there. Just could have made it a little bit cooler. And but yeah, honestly, it was a very funny film too. If you're looking for good humor, very funny. Had some great moments for sure. Yeah, there's some good references in there. There's like a Star Wars reference. They show Empire Strikes Back, and Ned's working on stuff, and it shows in the background. And yeah, just really great movie, really great casting. Love the direction the MCU is headed, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So make sure to go watch my review for Toy Story 5. If you don't like Toy Story 5, you're going to like my video, because I don't like it either. Bad movie. Have a good day, guys, and remember, God bless. Peace out. I'm really bad at ending the video. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let's do this one more time. What is it with Jim Carrey when he goes, hold on, give it to me again. Let me do it again. Whatever. Okay, ready, guys? Have a good day, everybody. Peace out. God bless.